Hey guys, welcome back. Robocraft Early Access coverage. This is episode 70. I'm Enigmius, and today, doing a little bit of a shakedown with the Blue Bastard. Even though it's not entirely blue anymore, and it's not even named the Blue Bastard in game yet, I still haven't changed its name in the garage. You can see I've added some yellow blocks. I went around, I did a little bit of cosmetic detailing, and also swapping out some blue blocks for yellow blocks where I wanted things to be a little bit stronger. Nothing major, nothing that you guys couldn't figure out on your own, just kind of, if you were to duplicate the build we did in the last episode, you know, mess around with it a little bit on your own, and you'd probably come up with the same thing. I've also added 2 extra guns on the side, just because I managed for some reason to find a space that I never saw before. Now I'm pushing through here, I'm looking in the mini-map, most of my team is still at our base. So I'm kind of pushing through, feeling good. The bot seems to be handling all right up to this point, and then I'm looking around and there's no enemy on this side either, and then all of a sudden... I'm stuck. I can't. It won't let me move. And I'm thinking to myself, like... how could it be that just... I was so happy when it started to move even a little bit, because I thought if this is how easy it is to get stuck in this thing, then it's a write-off. I can't use this bot. But I kind of pushed through, and I'm looking for the enemy. I'm trying to figure out where the enemy is. You notice something is missing here. We're about a minute into the game, and there are hardly enemy bots spotted. And I'm trying to think, okay, like, I would like to make a smart decision about where to go next to support my team, since obviously none of them followed me up this flank, really. Well, one did, and I had a medic who followed me, and I think he kind of turned around and left as soon as he realized I was stuck. So I'm just seeing the cluster of our bots over there and thinking, okay, well, my best bet is to, maybe try and do a little bit of flanking since I'm here, come around, and if I come across the enemy, which we do, we'll see what we can do to break up whatever's going on that's preventing our guys from doing any spotting. So we kind of come around the corner and we lay into these guys, and immediately we've got the medic. He's playing here. All of his guns just fell off. I kind of felt bad for him. But then all of a sudden all of his pals realize, hey, we're not getting as much healing as we were getting before. So they kind of turn around, and now I'm getting the plasma, and I'm getting all the hate, and nobody from our team is really challenging these guys, which is kind of the problem, is that they've got the circle jerk set up. We took care of one of their medics, but that medic is in pretty good shape to get healed back up. And now I'm noticing that I'm taking more damage than I'm really comfortable with, because I'm so basically removed from the rest of my team. I know we have medics, I just also know that they aren't doing anything for me right now. So I kind of come around and decide, I've got some guns left, I'll shoot at these guys. Not my smartest decision. And then I realized, okay, we gotta move. So in reverse, 2 enemy bots split the defense, coming through in reverse. You can only reverse so long without actually noticing where you're going. That was, kind of... But in the process, we got this guy to drive up the side of the mountain so that our guys could come along and finish him off. Pretty timely fashion. Just very bizarre match. A lot of inexperience. I'm not trying to be blatantly critical of people to make myself, look good. It's just we're trying to get a feel for what happened and why things didn't go so well. Me, I overextended. But there's a point after which I'm not really willing to say, okay, well, I have to go around and wait with the rest of these guys around our base because they're afraid to move. I'll go overextend and I'll have some fun until I get destroyed, and then I'll get into the next match. Sometimes that's the best way to stay sane. Here's another example. I'm basically up here by myself with a pair of railgunners. You see, we've got a railgunner on the left mountain up there. And in a little while, you'll see the blue beam coming down from the right side as well. So a pair of railgunners supporting me, theoretically. I see this guy lay down some fire. I'm missing a couple of guns, but really not in too bad shape. So this guy that I'm shooting at, he just got hit by a railgun. He almost got hit by plasma. There's a railgunner trying to line me up for a shot, but I'm just behind, I think, the rail. It's really, really difficult for him to get a clean shot on anything that's going on with my bots. So I'm just kind of sitting here, and as I'm shooting, I'm thinking to myself, like, where's the rest of my team? I don't understand. I look at the minimap, and they're still barely left to spawn. They're not pushing up the other flank. They're not doing much of anything. This is 2 matches in a row where they're just basically kind of hanging out near the spawn. And there's 4 of us, I see, that are really kind of pushing up. Actually, that's not true. There's a couple of us that are pushing up. There's a couple of railgunners that if you look just by the mini-map and didn't know they were railgunners, you would know that, they're kind of in a reasonable position to support what's going on and what really qualifies as the only front in this game. And that's basically the end of my bot there. For what it is, it takes a pretty reasonable amount of punishment. Again, finding myself in a bot that's using primarily bots from the previous tier. Realistically speaking, for a bot sticking out in the front that long, basically taking fire from all angles, it lasts for quite a good long time. Now, this match, I'm still doing the same thing, only I'm not really kind of trying to go for a populated front this time. I'm kind of like, I'm looking at the mini-map and I'm thinking like, God damn, what tier do you learn to just drive your damn bot and try and go somewhere useful? So I'm thinking I'll kind of go in a little bit low and try some flanking. And again, taking advantage a little bit of the beefier bot with a lot of guns. Not trying to be reckless, but also not having the patience to wait around for people. So we're kind of looking around to see what we can find in terms of enemies to shoot at. Now, the last 2 matches that I showed you, I got a hero bonus for both of them. So something I did supported my team in some way. And I'm not saying that they would have lost if it weren't for what I did, but I'm just saying that in both matches I put some fire on the enemy and, probably helped to some extent. So that was good to know. I wasn't just being overly ridiculous, charging forward and getting myself blown up for no good reason. So this is kind of where I'm just trying to find someone to shoot, and again, finding bots that are spotted. Look at how many red dots are not on the mini-map right now. You can't tell me that we haven't seen any enemy bots. Like, there's a bomber there. Yay, 84. There's a bomber above us. There's a guy here. I spotted that guy. I'm getting like 3 spots a match and not seeing a lot of enemy bots spotted. And tier 10 is actually pretty good. It's almost a race to spot the bots that are visible because everyone likes the spotting points and because we know that it's a smart thing to do. Tier 7, it's like either none of our guys are willing to go out and actually try and find the enemy and they don't actually see any enemy bots to spot, or they aren't spotting at all, and it's unfortunate. So here again, I am kind of off in the middle of nowhere. No one to blame but myself on this one, but basically crippled and thinking about self-destructing because the chances of me finding a medic, I'm having a hell of a time steering because as you can see, most of my wheels are gone. I've just basically got the shell of my bot left. There's a bomber up there, and then this guy comes around the corner. He smells blood. He wants that kill. I've got 1 gun, no wheels, an electro plate, and a driver's seat, basically, and the blocks connecting them. So I'm literally, at this point, trying to take off guns from this plasma guy just to help out. Because I had a gun, why not? We'll give it a shot. And I got a hero bonus from that match as well. Not necessarily saying that, I did anything fantastic, but just trying to do the basics. Trying to push up, help form the front because of the nature of the bot. It can take some damage and it can dish out a constant stream of damage as well, which is kind of a deterrent from people who might otherwise want to go toe-to-toe with you. So in this case, we're going to push around on this ledge because it's basically the closest thing that I spawned next to. There's some spotting going on. I'm grateful for that. You can see we've got some enemy bots up there that, again, very non-committal. No one really seems to want to push up. They're just kind of going to a place where they think the enemy will come by eventually, and then they stop and wait to see what might happen. We got a plasma bomber coming down this way. This is a pretty good example of our guys being aggressive, at least enough of them that you can actually see they're making an effort early in the match to do some damage, but not necessarily to be ridiculous. We had that flyer come down and was definitely creating a presence. And now this is the match of the railgun that they just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting, and I keep soaking all the hits, and they keep shooting and shooting, and I'm just thinking to myself, man, you got to be mad by now that this bot isn't dead because you just keep shooting and reloading. It's such a damn tragedy. Oh, little baby bot. There he goes, like a balloon. not a bad match for our guys. At least enough of us that we can push forward and have a little bit of fun. You come around the corner, you can see we got the SMG Walker kind of peeking down at them. Pretty good, pretty good. We got three-way action going on. We've got the guy in the sky, we got the Walker, and then we got me. So the guy that we were focused on was in pretty deep trouble. I saw the guy up on the ledge, the SMG Cruiser. Here's just shoot, and then shoot some more. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, wow, I would be so unhappy with Rails right now if that was me and that bot. Just basically put a full load in my face. And it wasn't him that made me reverse, it was the SMG that was supporting him. There we go, we lose that guy. And at this point, I'm kind of in a position where I have to take a back seat now. I've taken quite a bit of damage. I stuck out into the fray, so to speak. I lost a big chunk of the front of my bot, lost most of my guns. So I want to keep an eye on what's happening out there. In this case, I've got the medic who's repairing me. The guns are coming back, so I want to kind of keep some pressure on these guys. Busy guns, just keeping the guns busy, always shooting at something if you can is so important, because if you let people just fly around, drive around, whatever, without kind of making them think about, ow, that hurts, please stop shooting me, it creates a very different game than it does if you keep constant pressure. Here's another railgunner, and then the medic's chasing after me, and the railgunner, and then this guy, and then now it's kind of a battle of attrition, and they've got more guns, so it becomes maybe not the best scenario, but it was fun. It was fun. The guys that were trying hard and doing a pretty good job, but in the end, there were too many enemy bots, and our guys are just, there were too many of them hanging back and not really contributing. He's shooting. He's like, I gotta kill this guy, but I can't. We're going to do some more episodes in this bot next time. Saving up footage for the beginner's guide. If you want to be notified when I add all these crazy new videos, you can subscribe. You can follow me on social media. Links for that in the information section below the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.